The whole thing with NWA, was it, again, politics that made you leave the group?
Politics. It was a guy named Jerry Heller. It was a whole divide and conquer type thing.
Rap beefs and diss tracks have always been the heartbeat of hip-hop, the purest expression of pride, respect, and lyrical dominance. Every real fan knows these clashes go far beyond rhymes. They define eras and shape legacies. Take the iconic feud between Tupac and Biggie. It wasn't just two rappers trading shots. It was a full-blown East Coast versus West Coast showdown that changed the culture forever. The tension, the music, the tragic ending. Both legends lost their lives, but their rivalry still echoes through hip-hop today. Then came NWA versus Ice Cube, a split that gave fans one of the rawest lyrical battles ever, turning studio beef into street history. The Nas and Jay-Z war pushed competition to another level, dropping timeless diss tracks like Ether and Takeover, each one shaking the entire rap world. Even Eminem's feud with Benzino showed how brutal these battles can get, a reminder that if you come at the wrong artist, you might never recover. Benzino learned that the hard way. His attempt to go after Eminem backfired badly. His reputation faded, and the Source magazine, once a pillar of hip-hop media, crumbled with it. That's the thing about rap beefs. They can make you or break you. One smart move can solidify your name forever, but one bad one can erase it overnight. Some rappers avoid that kind of smoke altogether, but 50 Cent? He runs toward it. From Ja Rule and The Game to Cam'ron, Rick Ross, and even Jay-Z, 50 has made a career out of confrontation. What's wild is how he always comes out on top, stronger than before. Still, one of his most unexpected feuds was with Lil Wayne, a clash no one saw coming. It wasn't just about who had the better bars, it was about status, dominance, and who truly ran the streets. The tension between them had fans glued to every word, waiting to see who would strike next. And when things between 50 Cent and Lil Wayne heated up, it wasn't small talk. It was a full-blown storm that reminded everyone why rap beefs will always be the fire that keeps hip-hop alive.
Fuck 2 quarters. Bitch, I pour syrup in that vitamin water. I hope you die ugly in tonight or be.
What made this beef so wild was how petty both rappers got. It all started in 2007, when Lil Wayne was on top of the world. Every artist wanted him on their songs. Singles, remixes, features, you name it. He was dominating charts, radio, and the streets at the same time. So when 50 Cent sat down with Funkmaster Flex that year, the topic naturally came up. Flex asked what 50 thought about Wayne's crazy popularity, expecting maybe some friendly competition talk or respect. At first, 50 did compliment Wayne, but in true 50 Cent fashion, he couldn't help slipping in a jab right after. Laughing, he called Wayne a cheap rapper, saying, why else would he jump on every feature like he's working with anybody who calls? That one line flipped everything. It could have ended right there, but 50's words hit deep. At first, Wayne didn't respond. He stayed quiet, cool, and unbothered, acting like he didn't even care. But when someone like Weezy stays silent, it doesn't mean peace. It usually means he's just waiting for the perfect time to clap back.
Where you at, Wayne? You the full course meal, Wayne. You awfully quiet. You call him out, well now I'm out. I got my roaches out. You gotta get past me to get to him. I'm the baby over here. I'm the smallest nigga in my clique. Shady out the motherfucking man, nigga. 380 months. 50.
In a later interview, it came out that Pimp C had actually advised Lil Wayne to ignore the beef completely. He warned him that when you feed into drama, the instigator wins because they get all the attention. It was smart advice, showing Wayne had real people around him who understood how the industry really works. 50's comments could have been brushed off as just another joke, but that's not what happened. Instead of letting it go, 50 doubled down. He made it clear he wasn't just teasing, he wanted smoke. Things escalated fast when he dropped Part-Time Lover, a track where he mocked both Wayne and Birdman, throwing shade and questioning their relationship in a way that had everyone talking. It was bold, disrespectful, and pure 50, stirring chaos just to see how far he could push it. By then, 50 had fired 2 clear shots at Wayne, and still, Weezy stayed silent. No rants, no sneak disses, nothing. He seemed to be following Pimp C's advice. Don't give the instigator the reaction he wants, but 50 wasn't finished. He was just getting started. That same year, Wayne's success hit another level. MTV crowned him the #1 rapper on their hottest MCS in the game list. It was official. Lil Wayne wasn't just hot, he was unstoppable.
Shady out the motherfucking man, nigga. 380 months. 50.
You already know 50 Cent isn't the type to sit quietly while someone else gets all the shine. Seeing Lil Wayne crowned the top rapper didn't sit right with him. 50 hates being overlooked. So when a reporter caught up with him for an interview, he used the moment to stir things up again. Instead of giving Wayne his props, 50 flipped the question. He asked the reporter if they could even name the first single off Wayne's last album. The reporter froze, and 50 immediately started laughing, turning it into a joke at Wayne's expense. He mocked Wayne's success, claiming it was all hype with no lasting impact. Pure 50 Cent, sharp, sarcastic, and ruthless. You'd think that kind of jab would finally get under Wayne's skin. But Weezy stayed cool. Instead of firing back, he responded with pure humility. He said, "That's crazy, man. I'm not messing with 50. He's too high up. I can't even deal with that." That calm response caught everyone off guard. Wayne didn't throw insults, didn't make a diss track, just kept it respectful. Behind the scenes, though, fans could feel the tension rising. Wayne later added, "That's my dude. I respect that. My name came out his mouth and I took it as a compliment. I'd never go at 50. That man's a trillionaire. I'm trying to get there. I'm smart. I ain't dumb." It was classic Lil Wayne. Calm, confident, and too focused on his grind to get dragged into drama.
Hey, what's up? Alright, y'all caught me. I was practicing for my new rock and roll.
Wayne didn't let ego take control. Instead, he showed nothing but respect, calling 50 Cent a trillionaire in spirit, meaning a boss in every sense. To Wayne, 50 wasn't just another rapper talking slick. He was an icon who had already conquered the game. Wayne knew better than to mess up his own momentum by clashing with someone sitting that high on the mountain. It seemed like he was still following Pimp C's wisdom. Stay silent, stay strategic, and keep the money flowing. For a moment, it looked like the tension had finally cooled off. Fans thought the whole situation was dead, but peace never lasts long in hip-hop. Things took a sharp turn in 2008 when a track called Louisiana Animal leaked from Wayne's camp. It wasn't just any song, and the opening bars alone had people talking, wondering if Wayne was finally firing back at 50 in his own subtle way. That leak marked the official start of the real beef between the two. From then on, both rappers began trading shots, some obvious, others hidden in clever wordplay that had fans dissecting every line. But Wayne wasn't done yet. His next move caught everyone by surprise. The late Pimp C released a track called Let's Talk Money, featuring Lil Wayne and Tane, a smooth collab about cash and fame. But buried in Wayne's verse were a few sharp bars clearly aimed at 50 Cent. It was slick, calculated, and confirmed that the quiet tension had turned into full-blown lyrical warfare.
Question. We had an interview with Fishy recently, right? And and 50 was talking about the Louisiana Animal record. He said, he should have Wayne should explain it because I don't know if he leaked it. I don't know if it recorded before that came out. He said, there's no clarity about that record. You have a response for him on that?
You said it never rained in Southern California? Wow. That's why I didn't see.
What made things even more interesting was that Pimp C, the same man who once told Lil Wayne to ignore the drama, now didn't seem to mind him firing back. Maybe it was loyalty, maybe respect. Either way, it showed that even Pimp C was done holding Wayne back. It was like Wayne finally said, "Alright, if 50 wants attention, let's give him something to think about." And he did it smartly. No loud disses or shouting, just slick wordplay and coded bars that hit harder once you caught the message. It was subtle, classy, and dangerous at the same time. Wayne proved he could strike without ever raising his voice. Everyone who heard those lines knew exactly who he was talking about. That was the energy Wayne brought. Naturally, 50 Cent didn't take it lightly. He went straight to the studio and came back swinging. By early 2009, he had dropped not one, but 2 new tracks loaded with shots aimed directly at Wayne. And he didn't keep them low-key. He blasted them all over the radio so everyone knew the beef was alive. But while that smoke was building, another situation started bubbling on the side. Around 2008, Wayne had reached out to Eminem for a collab, but M never responded. Later, in an interview with DJ Envy and DJ Enough, DJ Mex, Wayne joked that he thought Eminem might have been scared to be on the same track as him. The comment had fans buzzing, half laughing, half shocked, but it also showed how confident Wayne was at that point in his career. Eventually, Wayne and M did link up in 2010 for No Love, and they absolutely crushed it, ending any talk of tension between them. But while that potential feud fizzled out, the war with 50 Cent only got louder. After his diss tracks, 50 took things further, clowning Wayne on his YouTube channel, part of a larger roast aimed at Rick Ross and DJ Khaled, who he was also beefing with at the time. Of course, he couldn't resist slipping in a few more slick shots at Wayne. The drama was now at full speed, and everyone in hip-hop was watching it unfold.
Niggas don't understand lifestyle, the cost of living.
Before diving into his rants about Rick Ross and DJ Khaled, 50 Cent pulled one of his signature troll moves. He picked up a guitar, strummed a few strings, and jokingly announced he was working on a rock album. Everyone watching knew exactly what he was doing. It was a sarcastic jab at Lil Wayne, who had just announced his own rock-inspired project, Rebirth. It was classic 50, turning someone else's creativity into comedy fuel. For Wayne, though, the tension was still real, even if he didn't always show it. When asked if Louisiana Animal was aimed at 50, he dodged the question smoothly, switching topics mid-interview, calm but suspicious. Not long after, Wayne dropped another subtle jab. During a video appearance, he picked up a book, flipped through it, stopped at a page showing only 50's face, and smirked right into the camera. Petty? Definitely. But that's hip-hop. Sometimes the smallest gestures speak the loudest. Then for a while, everything went quiet. A whole year passed without a single diss, and fans thought the storm had finally blown over. Maybe both had moved on. But if you know 50, you know he never lets anything go. He always needs the last word. Sure enough, he came back hard with Love, Hate, Love, a track loaded with one last jab at Wayne, reminding everyone that even when the smoke clears, 50's grudges never really die. The message was clear. You trying? But this time, Lil Wayne stayed silent. That calm marked the unofficial end of one of hip-hop's most petty yet entertaining beefs, full of slick bars, sneak disses, and chess moves disguised as street battles. The energy eventually cooled, and not long after, fans started spotting them at the same events, even sitting a few seats apart at major boxing matches. Then came a moment nobody expected. In 2012, after Wayne suffered a serious seizure, 50 Cent publicly sent his well wishes, showing genuine respect. It was a rare, mature gesture between two longtime rivals, but peace in hip-hop never lasts forever. Fast forward to 2023, and their names were back in headlines. Reports claimed Lil Wayne stormed out of a 50 Cent concert, sending social media into overdrive. At first, fans thought the old beef had reignited, but it turned out to be a misunderstanding. Someone from the backstage crew had accidentally pushed Wayne aside while he was heading to the stage, not realizing who he was. Wayne got heated, stormed off, and skipped his performance with 50 that night. What could have been a reunion turned into another viral moment. Meanwhile, 50 had his own chaos going on. His mic malfunctioned mid-show, and out of frustration, he tossed it into the crowd. It accidentally hit Bry Hannah Monaghan, a Power 106 radio host, who later involved the police. What was supposed to be a huge night turned into another headline-fueled mess. Since then, things between 50 Cent and Lil Wayne have stayed calm. No new diss tracks, no shady interviews, just quiet respect in separate lanes. Maybe both legends finally realize they've got nothing left to prove. Still, fans can't help but wonder, will these two ever share a stage again, or is that chapter officially closed? Only time will tell.